want me to talk to you or the camera?
I can ask you the question.
I'll kind of be over there.
Yeah.
All right, would you be able to introduce yourself a little bit more about your background?
My name's Ely Barta, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm a race car driver / professional stunt driver for film and television.
Yeah, and can you tell us a little bit more about this car today?
So this is actually a pretty special car. It's Frederick Osmo's 2017 World Drift Championship car. He won the Manufacturers Championship in 2017. The car was commissioned by Toyota to win a championship, and Papadakis Racing, Stefan Papadakis, and his team built the car, and it went on to win a championship. So they decommissioned it in 2018 and built another car. You want to win for talking about combustion engines, the thing about really special about this car is in the drift tour, a lot of guys use Corvette engines, LS2s, LS7s, BMWs, but this was the only car on the grid that ran a 4-cylinder. So I think part of what Toyota wanted to prove was that not only is it a naturally, it's a turbocharged car, but a normal combustion motor, but pumping 1,000 horsepower out of 4 cylinders, if you're into cars, that's a crazy number. So it's, producing 250 reliable horsepower per cylinder, and that's what makes the car really special. And people would think that hurts its longevity, but it's not the case. The car is really stout and reliable, and I can basically beat on it all day in this detuned fashion and go all year as long as you have fresh oil. You're good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And would you be able to talk a little bit more about your passion for cars, how that kind of manifested in you? It sounds like you've been in the industry for a long time.
Yeah, so my racing history has a lot to do with my brother. My brother was a go-kart racer when I was a kid. I was too young to drive. When I got old enough to sit in his go-kart, I did that, and the moment I hit the gas pedal, it was done so for me. We're talking 25 years later, and I was a shifter car racer, an open wheel racer. I race stage rally now, and that's what got me into the film industry. My driving, people started hiring me to do commercials, TV shows, movies, doubling actors. I became a stunt coordinator. I mean, everything comes from karting and racing.
Yeah.
So now, basically, I don't race cars to make money. I race cars just because I love it. It's fun, and it promotes my abilities that will get me the next job in the film industry.
Yeah.
So that's really how it is. So I spend my money on this, I make it in the film industry, and then I blow it all on racing cars.
Yeah, and can you talk more to the feelings that that really keep you kind of connected to this car? Obviously, this is fun, but it's also really dangerous. So there's got to be some more emotion to it that keeps you going.
I think the interesting thing about racing is that I know it's dangerous, especially stage rally. This is not dangerous compared to stage rally. So stage rally, if you don't know, is I'm doing well over 100 miles an hour in the woods on a little road. One thing goes wrong, something out of your control, you break apart, not to brag, it's a horrible thing, but we lost 4 friends of ours in the last 2 years in stage rally crashes. Stage rally is unequivocally the most dangerous motorsport in the world today. Formula One is like a walk in the park. They have safer barriers, everything's too safe now. Rally racing is the only thing that's like old Formula One in the 60s and 70s where somebody died every weekend. So drifting is dangerous. all this racing is dangerous, but you know as a driver it's dangerous. And nobody stops doing something that's this enjoyable because it's dangerous. I think the people that struggle with it are the ones that are married with children that are young. I don't have kids, so I kind of have it like whatever.
Yeah.
Something happens to me, big deal, you know, I'm out with some family members. And that may sound rugged or whatever, but I really don't think about the danger. I think if you think about the danger, you can't do it. So a lot of people drive right on the edge where anything could happen. Some people drive in a conservative manner and they still have a great time. That's most of the people here because this isn't a race, it's more of a show. So, but then you get to drifting, and drifting is all out. It's like you're just full throttle the whole time. So that's the fun thing about this is we're running these cars as hard as they can be run, and that's a pretty exciting thing.
And I don't know how long. I know you said you had a lot of opinions on EVs and those cars that are coming to the market. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
So let me ask you this: do you like EVs?
No, I've got my own 83 Datsun that I'm working on.
So I hate EVs. It's not that EVs aren't relevant. It's not that EVs aren't special in their own way. You know, I get these kids that are like, you know, my Tesla will be your race car. Yeah, well, your Tesla's lame. And it's not that a Tesla's lame. It's a beautiful car. It's great technology. It's all that, all those things. I'm not negating any of it, what it is. But when you're talking about the car culture, you're never going to see a group of kids surrounded around a Tesla with the hood open, with wrenches and grease, and that camaraderie of the car culture that we had from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, up until EV. That's why drifting is such a great group of guys. There's a bunch of people with a bunch of different cars. There's diversity in the brands, the love for motorsports, the love for cars. Rebuilding a piece of junk car versus a modern car. It doesn't matter if you're in that Ferrari or you're in a $100,000 or $10,000 car. The culture is something that the EV world will never have. You know, you can have a bunch of nerds on laptops going, "Oh, I made another 50 horsepower." Like that's not exciting. And so that's why car culture, what's happening here is critically important. This is going to stay for, you know, while I'm alive. Who knows, in 100 years there might be no cars. But the fact is that when these things fire up and gas hits air and it explodes and it makes a rumble, that's exciting. A brushless motor connected to some batteries is the lamest thing in the world. There's nothing about it that's interesting. You know, it's like all these girls that all look like Kim Kardashian, they all look the same. It's like they're dipped in like a mold, and the originality of people is becoming homogenized. The originality of car culture is being tested right now, but it's going to fail in my opinion. Just like, you know, Pam Anderson doesn't wear any makeup and she just won like most beautiful girl in the world. It's all going to go back to like letting us just be who we are, what we are, comfortable with what and who we are, and that's happening in car culture too. When I have a 15-year-old kid freaking out over my 1976 Porsche and knowing everything factually about it, that gives me hope that these things are important. And young kids are growing up in this homogenized world that bores them. And so I think these things are going to stick around. The new generation is going to keep it going. And hopefully in 50 years, you're still going to hear these annoying, smelly, loud, stupid things because they're that cool. I mean, this is cool. That is cool. This thing is freaking rad. If some guy drove in here with a Tesla or whatever, dead quiet, like, he might get jumped. I would lobby for everybody jumping them. And like in Sturgis, when somebody meeting you. And if you want to find me, it's my name on Instagram, Ely, E-L-E Barta.
But